Okay.
So this has been awesome. So, you made mention of some of the changes that you had to make because of COVID-19 and moving from brick and mortar,
Hmm.
to doing business the way that you're doing business now.
Hmm.
And I'm sure that came about with some adjustments. So, I mean, I know how you're doing business now, but if you don't mind sharing with everybody else, how do you do business now?
So now I'm just a lot of personal chef work. A lot of people are still not really wanting to go. It's kind of 50-50. Some people are still wanting to get out and dine out and go out. Some people are still just kind of their bubbles, which is a good thing for me because they're like, hey, could you come and cook? So I do a lot of meal preps. I'm actually I have a signature rice that I'm actually patenting, in the process of patenting right now. It's my confetti rice, and so be on the lookout for that. Um, just a lot of catering. So with things opening back up, people are doing smaller events, mind you, but baby showers. We still have a lot of COVID babies, so a lot of baby showers. then we got to get them married because we have the baby. So a lot of engagement parties and weddings and stuff like that. So just like a lot of catering. I'm not sure if I want to go back brick and mortar yet. um Again, I didn't realize that giving up the restaurant was a loss, and that's something that I had to deal with too.
Yeah,
I found myself looking at pictures and looking at old events, and I'm like, I just kind of had an aha moment too, even in counseling, like it was a loss. So I knew
yeah,
I could never get that back. So I'm not striving for that per se. So if I were to ever go brick and mortar again, I'm not sure just which direction I will go in right now. I really kind of like the intimacy of the private chef work, of the catering. I like, again, just being able to love on the client for that particular event and not have the overhead or the daily day to day of the business. So it kind of gives me a little freedom. Again, I have the preteen son that needs more of my time. So it's never a coincidence. So it kind of frees me up. Then with mom being here with us, which just kind of gives me a little more freedom. Um,
yeah.
like I said, I don't know what the future holds. We make plans all the time, but they're not ours. So just in a constant prayer on which direction I really need to go in. But right now, just catering, doing the private chef work, special orders, doing a lot of pop ups. My heart is
Okay.
full. A lot of people. I still get phone calls. Like, we're military town, so people are coming back off of deployment. Like, hey, did you guys move, or where are you now? And so, and I'm like, so that warms my heart. So it's a brand, and I'm very,
Yeah.
very, very grateful. And so they're like, hey, we need this every day, or how can we get this more often? So I'm starting to do more pop-ups because it's a little safer to do that now. So just really getting in where I fit in. And again, like you said, COVID-19 is broke some of us to our knees, but it's also made us get back up and like change directions a little bit. But
Absolutely.
yeah, just evolve. So we're still
Yeah.
evolving. I would say all the time that I'm having to rebuild. I'm blah blah blah. What was me? And I said, girl, get over it. Like you're a whole thing. You're a whole vibe. You're just rebranding. Just tell people you're rebranding. We're just doing
Yeah.
things a little bit different.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, okay, so we're just doing things a little bit different.
Yeah, we're still operating under our COVID
we're,
protocol.
we're still good to go. No pun intended, right? So
Yeah, yeah. So just to kind of catch everybody up, because I don't think we really dove into it just yet, but we will here in a second.
okay.
She is the busiest woman in Lawton,
Oh,
Oklahoma. Man, I'm telling you, like, if you have not had food from Good to Go Catering, something's wrong. I'm just being honest.
oh.
I mean, I'm there. I've been there. I've had it. So it's amazing.
I
It's just
appreciate
amazing.
that.
So yeah, and I mean, she does work on the installation, off the installation, like literally everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, Good to
We're
Go
doing a lot
Catering
of
there.
back and forth between Oklahoma City now too. So we're
Really?
based in Fort Sill, but oh yeah, back and forth with Oklahoma City a whole lot now. So we're just kind of expanding and just again, just wherever needed. And I will
Congratulations.
travel.
It is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
love it. I love growth. So, speaking of which, and I kind of gave you, I kind of stole your thunder a little bit because I wanted to. I'm sorry.
No, 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 that's
But but kind of tell us about who you are. Tell us about Good to Go Catering. Tell us how they can find you. Tell us where you're located at. Just let the
okay.
people have the access to you.
So we're we're good to go catering. The go is GEAUX.
Cajun,
Yeah,
y'all.
it's Cajun. However, I do all types of food. Like if you're saying, "Hey, I'm having a Hawaiian luau. I need a whole roasted pig," or blah blah. I'm like, okay. The difference between I'm a chef and a cook. So the difference between I like to say a chef and a cook. A chef is just really just self-taught, kind of textbook. With experience, you kind of start to make stuff your own. But a cook, like I'm like, hey, if I don't know how to do it, we're gonna play with this recipe. We're gonna make it our own. We're gonna get it done. So we'll do anything. I'll do anything. In that of food. If I'm not knowledgeable, then I'll gain knowledge of it. Right now we're operating on Instagram. It's good to go. GEOD, the number 2, numeric 2, go GAUX catering. Facebook, good to go, same way, GAUX catering. And then it's a lot of links like for menus, and you can see some of our past events on Google. Good to go Lawton. And kind of check out some of the tablescapes, different events that we have, and we'll provide festivals. We did a lot of festivals the past few years. So if you have any festivals in your cities or towns and you want us to come, hey, send me the information. All of my contact information are on both social media platforms, and we'll come. Like I said, we'll travel if it's worth it. If it's nice, if you're really nice, don't leave me with the experience of needing to heal.
Man, I know people are looking at the look on my face. I am just reminiscing on how good that food
Oh,
is.
that's
I am
so sweet.
It's been years. I need to find a reason to go to Lawton, Oklahoma, just to visit Good to Go
Oh,
Catering.
that's sweet. Everyone's like, can you melt it? But really, the whole rice thing, and that's a real thing too. So, the rice, I'm really excited about it. I had a good friend. Like everyone keeps telling me they really, really want the rice, and so, my mother, bless her heart, she says today is her birthday too. She turned 73 today. She was like, "You get that rice." She was like, "Baby,
Happy birthday."
Yeah, I know. Happy birthday, Mom. She was like, "You gotta get that rice out." So for her to be that interested, now mind you, she's just like, oh, she that's our little chef. She cooks. We love her. We're proud of whatever. But for her to be that fixator or that strong about, you need to patent that rice. You have to still listen to your parents. And so I'm like, okay, I've got to do that. So maybe something. So that may be my lottery ticket.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you got to look out for that.
So you got to do the Instagram thing, right? So you know how people put the food on Instagram. Don't show us your secret on how you made it.
Oh no!
But just show us like the before and the after.
So my sister-in-law, who's the epitome of a sister-in-law, how. So she tried to trick me one time. She was like, "If my son your nephew really likes the rice, we just tell him I'll go get the stuff and blah 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 blah." And I said, "Girl, you can get the recipe out of my dead cold clutch 10. And that's what the recipe's gonna be. I'm just like
That's how it is. I'm trying to tell you.
So that's a big picture. So, but no, it's really good. It's vegan. So that was another plus. Like we didn't realize it was like, yeah, it is. So people just love it. So that's not to toot my own horn, but the funny thing is I actually don't even like making it now because I've made so much, like literally thousands of pounds of this rice, and people love it. So we're blessed through it all. At the end of the day, Dwayne, we have not lacked. We have not gone without. Things have been tough. Thank God. Like my son, he wouldn't even know the difference because we haven't lagged. God's been so faithful. So things are just, they could only get better, and I wholeheartely believe that. And so just radical faith, still running on that. That is my motto in life, one day at a time, and in all things that I'm doing here from here forward in healing. It's radical faith. Just believe that God is gonna work it out. So
I love it. You do not sound like a person who needed healing.
And then another part of healing is faking it until you make it.
Fake it.
But when you need those times to cry and scream, then you have to have them.
Yeah.
But good days, bad days. Good days.
Yeah, we're definitely all human. You were right about that. What is Ash? Ash like what, 6'4" now?
So no, he's probably about 5'6".
5'6"?
Yeah.
How old is he again?
He's 12. His max height, remember his max height is supposed to be like 6'8".
Okay.
So,
All
so
right.
I'm punching him harder and harder each year. So when he's towering over me, you remember how those
We're not
punches
punching him. No, you're not. I'm not believing that. Not you.
in love,
Not you.
love punch.
Absolutely.
Don't get this
Absolutely.
towering over me. Don't forget, boy.
Man, listen, I'm serious. You guys got to go visit her at Good to Go Catering.
I appreciate that.
They're just awesome people to be around, fun loving, down to earth.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you'll thoroughly enjoy yourself. So I've tied you up for a majority of the time here, and I really didn't think it was gonna go this long, to be honest with you, but it's just an awesome conversation. So give us some final thoughts about healing and trauma, or anything, whatever it is you got. Just give us some final.
Don't let anyone tell you it's not that serious if something happens to you. Hurt is hurt.
Yeah.
Heartache is heartache. I don't care if you again dated someone for 6 months or 6 years. If they broke your heart and it hurts, it needs to heal.
Yeah.
Don't let someone tell you, oh, get over it. Don't let
Yeah.
anyone tell you you're better than this, you're strong than this. And yeah, you may be, but it still hurts. And when something is hurt or broken, it has to heal. So give yourself time. And this is a real thing, and I've had to tell myself this too. I just heard this the other day about insecurities. That's another way that we're kind of held in hurt because of stuff that people tell us or stuff that people have kind of programmed us to believe. And I can't think of his name, so please don't miss. I don't want to misquote, but he said something to the fact that like insecurities are the enemy's way of shadowing what the Lord wants to display. And so we have to be bold. We have to learn to say no, and we have to unfortunately feel the hurt. We've got to go through it. Don't suppress it.
Yeah.
If you need to cry.
Yeah,
I do shower cries. Like I have my son here, my mom here now. Sometimes I want to shower, just come out, it's game on. But you feel better.
I do shower singing because that's the only place that people will see that.
It just depends on what the damn happens. Sometimes it's singing, sometimes it's crying. But
all right, I got you.
Yeah, you have to again acknowledge, and the biggest thing is don't let your family take you fast. Don't let friends take you fast, especially if you're a strong person or if you're the go-to person. Because I'm telling you, I had to call my family out. I said, I feel like you guys don't even care about me. And maybe I shouldn't have said it, but I felt like that. So say it. Some things need to be said. I said, sometimes I feel like you guys don't want me to be better per se. You just want to be better to get back on my post.
Yeah.
And so if you're not ready to get on your post, don't.
Yeah.
Some days you don't feel like getting out of bed, don't. That you are healing. And so don't let anyone tell you otherwise. That's the biggest thing. Listen to your body. If you need help, if you need to talk to someone, me being Christian, I definitely recommend clergy, Christian counseling, someone who is unbiased. Don't go to Uncle Joe or nobody no. Go to someone who totally doesn't know you. And get help. It's nothing wrong with getting help. Nothing wrong with getting help. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, Uncle Joe means well, but he's
Uncle Joe Uncle Joe have us messed around. He does mean Uncle Joe have you stagnant.
This is so good. Thank you so much for the insight. And I'm telling you, I'm using this. Toughen my skin without hardening my heart.
Isn't that the neatest thing?
That is amazing.
It's so amazing. Yeah.
And I said it as many times. Yeah, I said it as many times and on purpose because I want people to hear it. I want them to get that in their spirit because those are words of wisdom.
Oh yeah,
I think that's
absolutely.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So the phrase I was going to share with you, my grandmother said, right? My grandmother told me something when I was young, and back then it didn't make sense. And she would say, just give time. And I was like, give time. What grandma are you talking? That don't make no sense. But I was just too young to understand it. Now it makes so much sense.
Now I love that.
So I am not in a rush to do anything. And this kind of goes back to the conversation I said previously, to where I don't rush to put a person back where they think they're supposed to be.
Mhm.
Let's get to know one another again. So just, when my final thought is just give time. If you
Um,
want to heal, if you need to heal, give time.
that's it.
You're trying to get into a relationship, give time. You want to start that business venture, start it, but don't look for success tomorrow.
Mhm.
Like, just give time.
Mhm.
Never underestimate the power of consistency.
Oh,
And over the course of time, it will come to fruition. So,
awesome.
Nicole, this was an amazing conversation. I thank you for joining us,
Thank
and
you for having
blessings
me.
to you and your family. Please tell your mama we said happy
I'm gonna
birthday.
so tell her, and she'll say
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely. Blessings to Good to Go Catering. I
Yeah.
am just excited that you have now ventured into Oklahoma City.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
this is so good. So now you gotta go down to DFW too. I
So
think
with so
no, Fort Worth.
we're
Fort Worth.
prayerfully we'll be back and forth, back and forth, back. If COVID lets us be great, we all need to be on
Is
one
it-
point that COVID's gonna let us be great.
Am I in the right place? Is Fort Worth down 44 going to that?
It's
What
yeah,
is that?
south. So
That's
it'll
okay.
be 44, and then it'll be Organic said it. Is it 280, 286,
No,
287?
no, no. I
That's
mean,
287.
yeah. That's where the Air Force Base is, at, correct?
Wichita Falls.
Wichita Falls. That's what I'm thinking. I told you I was in the wrong location.
Yeah.
It's been years, man. I'm sorry.
No. So that's
Yeah,
Shepherd, and then Tinker's in Oklahoma City.
there we go.
Yep.
Now I'm tracking
Mhm.
now. Okay. Thank you for getting me straight. I appreciate it.
No.
But yes, I'm looking for you to venture down there next.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to that praise report. So again,
Receive that.
thank you for being a part of the show.
Um,
We appreciate you. Some great
Absolutely.
information, great words of wisdom. And again, looking forward to talking to you again soon.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
for being on the
You
show.
do it.
All right.